G'day punters and welcome to Valley Form for the 2023 Ladbrokes Cox Plate Carnival. Rayman, it is grand final week at the Valley. I couldn't be any keener to dig into the form this weekend. How are you feeling about the 2 days?
I couldn't be more excited for the Ladbrokes Cox Plate Carnival. It's my favourite race. It's my favourite race meeting. It's my favourite weekend of the year. And this year, I think we've got a Ladbrokes Cox Plate for the ages. It's such an interesting race. You can make a case for every single horse in the field. It is going to be an absolute cracker.
Well, on this Valley Form, we will be previewing the 3 big races and then giving a best bet at the end. We start off with the Ladbrokes Moonee Valley Gold Cup on Friday night. Full field of 15. How do you assess the race?
Yeah, really interesting edition of the Ladbrokes Moonee Valley Gold Cup. A lot of horses on their way to Melbourne Cup. A few of the leading chances are drawn a little bit sticky here. So Luna Flair, the favourite with Ladbrokes, I think is a deserving favourite. But I want to be on a horse at a big price here. Knight's Order hasn't fired in its 2 race starts so far this preparation, but gets out to its preferred trip. It'll roll along in front. It's a very, very tough stayer. And he's a Group 1 winner on his day. So I think it's $34 at the moment with Ladbrokes, $7.50 the place. I think he can run a big race at very juicy each way odds.
Well, I'm with the old boy, Vow and Declare, the 2019 Melbourne Cup winner. I think he's coming right at the right time of year. Last start, his second behind Alligator Blood in the Might and Power Stakes was simply sensational. He relished the fast tempo there, and Billy Egan is absolutely flying. He's riding him so well. He's now ready for 2,500 metres, third up. The other big tick here is he was only beaten 2 lengths this time last year in a Caulfield Cup, and he gets in so well with 57 kilos at the set weights and penalties condition. So I'm with Vow and Declare.
The first of the Group 1 races on Saturday is the Ladbrokes Manikato Stakes, and it's all about one horse here, Imperatrice, the star of the Valley so far this Ladbrokes Friday Night Lights season. She's a dominant favourite with Ladbrokes, and based on her 2 race wins this preparation, how could you possibly tip against her? She has been absolutely outstanding. That first up win in the McEwen Stakes, I think she was even better in the Moir Stakes. She made Asphora look second rate. Asphora has since come out and dominated at Caulfield. Imperatrice is the best sprinter in Australasia. I think she'll just be winning the Ladbrokes Manikato Stakes on Saturday.
I couldn't agree more, mate, so I'm going to keep this nice and short. Imperatrice wins, and she wins well. As you can see in her replays here, she just changes legs so beautifully around the corner here at the Valley. She drops her head and she drops her opposition simultaneously. For mine, she's the best sprinter in Australia. She owns a 1,000-metre track record here at the Valley. She's broken it twice, and up to 1,200 metres is even more suitable. I think Buenos Noches can run a nice race out of the Everest. We know that is the premier sprinting form in the country, but for me, it's all about the mare. Well, Rayman, race 9 on Saturday is the feature. It is the Group 1 Ladbrokes Cox Plate, worth $5 million. Who have you found in this race?
I can't remember being more interested in a race than I am in this year's Ladbrokes Cox Plate. It's just so many different form lines coming together. It's a fascinating puzzle to unpack. Romantic Warrior, the favourite from Hong Kong, but you can make a case for just about every horse in this field. And I like 2 horses just at their current prices. The 2 I'm with are Gold Trip and Fangirl. The Gold Trip, he was outstanding in the Caulfield Cup last week. That was a brutally run Caulfield Cup. He was still very tough on the line. If you look at his run in the Ladbrokes Cox Plate last year behind Animo, he was very unlucky in that race, went on to win a Melbourne Cup, and he's arguably going even better this year. I think he's really good value at his current price. And I do think that Fangirl's the X factor in this race. She may have come back even better. She's on trial at 2,000 metres. We've never seen her at this trip, but her win in the King Charles on Everest Day was absolutely outstanding. She made Mr. Brightside look second rate, and we know how well he's been going. So if she runs out a strong 2,000 metres, which I do think she could do, I think she's going to be tough to beat. So Gold Trip and Fangirl, the 2 for me, but I would not talk you out of any of them. It is one of the great Ladbrokes Cox Plates.
It certainly is, mate. I am going to be sticking with the favourite Romantic Warrior. I'm the number 1 seat holder in his fan club, and I think last start at Flemington, he did have genuine excuses. It was 4 months between runs. We know he went off his feed for a fair while, and he also got really fresh in the run. He got keen, he over-raced, and it was a fast tempo. So it was just all a bit too much for him first up. I'm convinced his fitness has improved out of sight. And if you look at the way he handles the Valley here in his track gallop, he ran 23 for his final 400 metres. It looks like he'll love it on Saturday. His peak ratings are the best in this race, and I think he'll find the 1-1 with J-Mac on board. I think they'll get the exact same run as Animo last year. So I'm with the favourite, Romantic Warrior. Well, Rayman, those are the 3 big races assessed. Who's your best bet across the carnival?
I'm going for Friday night for my best bet, Benny. Race 5, number 3, She Dances in the Chautauqua Stakes. She was absolutely outstanding last start at Caulfield. She's got a great record at this distance, and I think the Valley will really suit her as well. She makes her own luck right on the speed. She's won at the Valley before. I think she's going to be very tough to beat. So She Dances in the Chautauqua Stakes is my best bet for the Ladbrokes Cox Plate Carnival.
Outside of the features, my best bet will come up on Saturday. Race 5, number 4, Antino for the Queenslanders, Tony Gowan, in the McCafe Crystal Mile. I thought his last start effort behind attrition in the Toorak was super, and I really rate that form. And if you look at his gallop here on Tuesday, he was one of the pieces of the morning. So really keen Antino can win around the $3 mark. Well, thank you for joining us on Valley Form for the 2023 Ladbrokes Cox Plate Carnival preview. Rayman, we'll see you here on Friday night for the big one.
Cannot wait.